Nothing makes my heart sicker than to record a video, and it was pretty good, and then I realized my stinking headset wasn't plugged into my laptop. So take two. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim, and I'm tired, man. I'm a tired contractor. I do contracted for a living, and I'm a day trader. At the same time, I'm a pastor and a father. Got lots of irons in the fire. And anyway, I'm here to help you understand the market like I do from an Elliott wave perspective. And just want to give you a daily update here on Bitcoin. We kind of give a uh, most days just kind of give a daily wave analysis and just tell you where I think price is going in the short term and in the long term, guys. I don't have a lot of time here, so let me just get this back. Let me just give you the cliff notes of the last video that I gave. We're looking at this possibility of a leading diagonal. Okay, so that's possible. But the other possibility is if it's not leading diagonal, it's a WXY. Regardless, we're almost going to have the same wave shape, and I explained that in the other video that I did, and it was wonderful. Really, it really was. But basically, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, and then 5 isn't finished. I think we're going to get a throw. If it's a leading diagonal, guys, we're going to get what we call a throw over, or we just kind of come up here and throw over the top and then come on down. We're going to come down, and if it's a leading diagonal, this would be a one wave, okay? And then we would come down in a three wave fashion, looking for three waves to the downside. Let me show you what that would look like. Something come up here, boom, 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 something like that. To to finish out a correction. I'm looking at this structure right here, here, and here. This is a nice zone right here for us to come to. This would be our buy zone because after that three wave move, we would be expecting a very large move to the upside to follow. So you don't want to, if this is a leading diagonal and it finishes and it comes down in three waves, you do not want to miss that buy. This is going to be one of your last chances to buy here in the short term if this analysis is correct. It's a if, okay? Now, if it's not, let me tell you the other possibility that I'm looking at. If it's not a leading diagonal, it's a WXY, okay? That WXY would be, there's a W, there's the X as a running flat here, and then we're getting a Y wave. Y isn't finished. The Y wave needs to be three waves. This is the best I've got for you right here. We got a three, and then we're getting a three. That's really a tough wave to count there. This right here has been the hardest wave to deal with. I just don't like it in a lot of ways. I've considered it as a, and I kind of had to dismiss it as a 1-2-1-2, and then we're getting a big bull move here coming. I think we're getting a bull move anyway, but yeah, who can be certain? Regardless of whether WXY or it's a leading diagonal, I believe we have one more five wave move up like this. Either way, here's the structure zone right here to kind of get up in this zone here. 8100 down to 7600 are the targets. I think 76 is the low target based on the wave shape I'm getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. We're going to get a little bit of that throw over here in the $8,000 region, and then down we go. Now, if it's the WXY, it's the same thing. I'm looking for a five wave move to finish this thing out. And so regardless, I'm looking for a five wave move. So that's pretty good. Now, again, if it's after that five, if we get it, if I'm correct in the way I've analyzed this wave, and that's always the big deal, guys. It's not that Elliott wave doesn't work. Does Jim Pierce and the analyzer do a good job in his analyzing in his and so that's always the question mark. We're looking for clarity and we're looking for accuracy in our analysis, right? And a lot of you have been around long enough to know that I have a pretty good track record. I don't get it right every time, obviously, but you've got a pretty good track record. So with that being said, even if so both scenarios going to give us a five wave move. The difference is how it comes down. If it's the WXY, we're looking to come down and instead of we'll go up in five and then we'll come down in five larger waves like that, and that's going to retest the bottom, guys. It's going to give us a new low, but grand scheme of things, we cannot, don't forget, we can't break the 3113. If we break 3113, guys, man, we're going to have to go to the weekly chart and just look at it and say, well, okay, what else do we have here, other than, because if this breaks this low right here, because I'm counting this as a 5-wave impulse. That's a 1 wave with a 3-wave move to the downside. As long as it doesn't break this low, that's a good count, and then we go up to the moon from there, okay? Now, the question is, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. Oh, sorry. Did we bottom here, or do we have one more hit to the low? That's always the big question. Do we bottom here, or do we have a hit to the low? If we have another hit to the low, it dare not break 3113. And if it does, I mean, it's fine. The market can do whatever it wants to do, but I'm going to have to just go back to the drawing board on this count and say, I mean, I think my micro count is correct here, but in the grand scheme of things, this is just a 3-wave move, and I've got it marked here, right? Well, that's just a 3-wave move. And so what does this become within that grand scheme? Okay, I don't. I'm seeing up, guys. That's the way I'm seeing it. Other people are like, no, we're going to go down. It's going to take longer, and I get it. I really appreciate your sentiments, those comments and my comments. Those of you that shared with me, I really appreciate your ideas that you're sharing with me about the way you're seeing it. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, and nobody does, and neither do you. But we're doing the best we can to figure it out, right? But if we break this 3113, guys, that's gonna be that this 1-2 is invalidated. It becomes invalidated, and we're gonna have to say, okay, what else do we have? Okay. Okay. So let's go back here and see if we can just figure out what we'd be doing here. Okay. So to recap basically, looking for a 5-wave shot to the upside. I have a feeling we're going to go sideways for a little bit. We might go up tonight. I'm not sure. It's kind of creeping up today. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking for a move up and then a 3-wave move down or a 5-wave move down to the bottom. So that's the big question. If it comes down in 3 ways, watch about $5,800. That's a good target area to watch for. Also watch, let's see, watch for about $4,500. So if we break through 58, the next area I would say is right here. I don't know. 5,000 is a good region as well. So anywhere from, I know it's a big range, guys, but anywhere from 45 to 58 in that range. We'll have to see how it comes down, what the shape of the wave is, and then we'll be able to project from there. If it comes down in 5 waves, guys, again, don't want it to break 3113. I would like to see it a nice clear 5 waves to finish it out, and I'd like to see a new low made beyond 3,800, but not below 3,100. Okay, all right, that's the way we're looking, guys. Ethereum is looking much more WXY-ish rather than leading diagonalish. Still looking for a 5-wave move to the upside, as this is what I drew in the last video. Still looking for that move to the upside. My targets are on 195, 196. I do have a target up here about 215 as well. That seems a little high to me, but Ethereum kind of pumps, so we'll have to wait and see. Litecoin's targets are anywhere from $49 to $59. Those are my targets. I'd like to see at least 53 hit, but 59 is more likely. I do have this target of 64 up here as well, but that's a little tall, but we'd have to get a really, really big pump to get there. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. There's the abbreviated version of what I already gave you. And don't worry, the other one was just superfluous. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic evening. And hey, thanks again for all your support to the channel. Really appreciate it. Thanks for leaving comments. Hey, and I'd like to hear what you think in the comments section, about the wave count. If there's something you're seeing or how you're seeing it, leave a link to your TradingView chart if you want to leave that. I'll take a peek at it. In fact, I might just take a peek and leave your chart, your link to the chart in the chat. And next video, we'll kind of look at them together. We'll look at several charts and ideas of what's going on. Just make sure you justify what you've got with the Fibonacci's, please, on your charts. That would be good. And be clear with your wave counts, okay? All right, you guys have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you later. Good night. Bye-bye.